Parents always try to protect their children from those who could harm them. However, what happens if the parent is causing a harm? Stella was a very shocked mother when she saw footage of her husband and children. She watches, mortified, as her husband is on the screen. This has to be a joke. Stella thought she knew her husband and had never seen him do things like this before. However, it was clear that her childhood sweetheart had a side she didn't know about. There's no going back for Stella or you when you see the shocking photographs. Stella Jackson loved her family above all else. She married Josh, her childhood sweetheart. They'd been together for 10 years and had 2 children. Emma was just 5 years old, while Ben was 18 months old. Their life was soon to take a shocking turn. The couple had a few challenges when starting their family. They couldn't get pregnant for over 5 years before having Emma. From that moment on, the family was complete, but nothing prepared them for what happened next. Stella was a hard worker who wanted to balance her full-time career and motherhood. She sometimes believed she was superhuman. The couple decided that Josh stayed home with the kids while Stella worked for those first 5 years. Stella noticed that her husband acted differently and was very distant. However, he never told her what was wrong. This made Stella's discovery more shocking. Nothing prepared her for what she initially saw. Josh was a devoted dad, but he had other things on his mind. Though Stella talked to him, he never opened up to her. Then she awoke one night to an empty bed and noticed something strange in the hallway. Stella saw Josh come out of the oldest child's room. She was puzzled, but she assumed that her daughter had a bad dream. That was the only reason for him to be in Emma's room at 3:45 a.m., but that wasn't the case. The mom of 2 missed a lot of quality time with her children because she was at work every day. However, she never wanted to mishandle important problems that might be happening at home, so she chose to set up a nanny cam. Many parents like a nanny cam because it lets them keep an eye on everything while they're gone. Press record and then stream the live footage whenever you get a chance. However, Stella's nanny cam sent her reeling from shock. Stella bought a nanny cam and set it up before work one day. She didn't tell her husband because she didn't think there was a reason to. During her lunch break, she watched that morning's camera footage. While viewing the footage, Stella hoped to see some cute moments between Josh and the children. However, she never fathomed she might be faced with what she saw on her lunch break. This wasn't the plan. The footage started with her 2 children in the living room. Stella smiled while watching her kids dance around the space. Plus, her husband was doing laundry. But the scene turned to something much stranger in a matter of moments. On the phone, Stella saw her husband pick up their daughter and tickle her. This brought on a flutter of giggles. However, what she saw next was unexpected, and there was no going back again. What did she see? Ultimately, Stella was frozen by what she'd just seen. She was sure this was a joke. Josh knew somehow that she'd set up the nanny cam. Still, she knew she had to show others what she saw so that Josh didn't get away with it. Emma and Ben were goofing around, with Ben and his bouncer. There was music from Katy Perry's E.T. playing on the television, and the kids were having so much fun. What happened next, though? The music was turned up all the way, and Emma was seen waving a pair of her orange pom-poms. Stella was so happy that her children were having fun. However, when Josh entered the video, this all changed. In the video footage, Stella watched Josh put a box on the table to walk into the living room. He watched the children dance, and his wife saw him step into the shot and do something crazy to shock her to her core. Josh could be seen leaning down over his young daughter, and he started to do the robot dance. This was delightful for the children, who giggled as he danced around. He even lip-synced with the song. After finishing the performance, Josh topped it off with a pirouette. This incredible dad was quite graceful, even though he was very large. That made the whole video more endearing and made Stella very happy. Josh controlled the room and was dancing with Ben and Emma. His son was in the bouncer, bopping to the beat. This baby had a huge grin on his face from the silly faces Josh made while dancing. At one time, Josh took his daughter's pom-poms and twirled them around. Soon, Emma took one back, and Josh continued the silly dance moves while turning into a cheerleader for the group. Josh and Emma were still dancing, each holding a pom-pom. The song played in the background while Stella's husband made hilarious gestures. Ultimately, the trio continued dancing and having fun. Just as the song came to an end, Josh decided to drop his orange pom-pom to round out the epic performance. This mic drop was perfect and ended the dance well. This viral video showed that hidden cameras don't always find sinister problems. You can also catch wholesome moments. No one could stop smiling after seeing this video. Stella just had to share this heartwarming moment online. One YouTube user commented and said that Josh needed to get an award for being the best dad of the year. It definitely shows Josh loves his kids and can laugh with them. Stella's goal for setting up the nanny cam was to catch some cute moments and keep her eye on everything. She wanted to see her kids while at work, but she got something so much better. This wife and mother got much more than she expected. The nanny cam captured a beautiful moment of her husband, showing her how devoted he was. That video is sure to be cherished forever. Initially, Stella was alarmed when she saw the video, but soon she was smiling. She had to share this moment with the world. The title she used missiled a lot of people. It said, "Mom finds out how the dad watches the kids." Most people said they were happy to have a misleading video like this. Their assumptions might have been wrong, but that made the video more wholesome. However, that's not the first time something like this happened. Josh's dance moves with his kids aren't the only time this has happened. Lisa Roth also uploaded a nanny cam video of her father and daughter dancing to a Justin Timberlake song. That just shows another devoted dad. Sometimes, hidden cameras can catch disturbing moments. That happened to Joe, who was traumatized when he recorded footage secretly. He finally saw the reason for his missing food. Joe realized that New York City was expensive, so he did his best to save as much as he could. However, he soon realized the food in his pantry and fridge started running out fast. His girlfriend recently moved in with him, and they were on cloud 9. However, Joe wondered about the missing food and decided to ask Lucy about it and see if she had taken it. Joe heard some strange noises while they were sleeping. His heart pounded because he heard a thump on the floor, creaking doors, and footsteps. Was he dreaming, or was this real? After noticing that more food was missing, he asked his girlfriend about it. She denied having taken it. Joe didn't want to think she was a liar, but he knew something strange was occurring. He decided to create a plan to resolve it. Ultimately, Joe couldn't wrap his head around what was happening with the missing food. He wondered if it was an animal, but that wasn't probable. He knew he couldn't speculate. He had to act now. After deciding on the plan, Joe put it into action. He purchased a security camera that had night vision but didn't warn his girlfriend. Instead, he hit the record button and continued with his day. Once he removed the memory card from the camera, Joe started watching the footage. He was initially shocked at what he saw. A stranger was in his house. This strange woman crawled out of the storage area and came into his kitchen. Joe felt terror and relief at the same time after viewing the footage. This video proved that he wasn't crazy, but it also meant an intruder was taking his food, so he had to act fast. When he finished watching the footage, he grabbed his laptop and went to the police station. He told the cops about his situation and showed them the video. They realized his concerns and went to work. Police officers questioned the woman and realized that she had been living in Joe's apartment for the last 2 weeks. This story is quite shocking, and Joe knew he had to post it on social media. It went viral pretty fast.